So through this entire series, one phrase keeps coming back up. This concept of the acronym A.G.E.S. What does that mean? The advanced glycosylation end products. The scientists that have studied this settled on using the acronym A.G.E.S because it literally ages every tissue, cell, system, and organ in your body prematurely, excessively, well beyond the time limits that you should have being healthy and vital. Let's talk about what A.G.E.S are. All right, A.G.E.S, advanced glycosylation end products. That's how we get them. Dang it. Man, I'm good at smoking, man. Have you guys over for the smoked brisket? Get that nice char, get that little smoke ring on there. But one thing I know, whenever I eat smoked food, I feel it for a few days. Right? Why? Because my body's going, what the heck did you do? And the mouth's going, shut up, it was awesome. And my gut's going, you psycho bastards. Don't do it, right? Stop. Okay, so that's how we get it, right? It's the fat getting charred. Sausage, any of your processed meats, your bacon, your salamis, your sausage. Do I like these things? Yeah, I like these things. They're super good. Like super good. Can't have them all the time. They'll kill you. All right, once in a while, if you're trying to get your body right, stop eating them for 6 months, maybe a year. See how you do. You may never go back. Like I used to smoke when I was younger. I started chewing tobacco because we were raised by rednecks, and my grandpa bought me my first bag of leaf chew, beech nut cherry, when I was 10.
Oh my God.
Oklahoma farmers, man. Like you didn't get the real Copenhagen until you became a man. Right? Beech nut, yeah. And then I smoked. I didn't smoke a lot, but you know, like then in your 20s, you go to the bars, anyone else, like you have cocktails, you smoked. I was cloves, Jakarta Critex, that was my brand. Oh my gosh. I stopped doing all that. Right? I stopped doing it. I don't judge people. It's like, hey, you know, it's not good for you, it wasn't good for me, but you know, whatever. Live your life. But don't kid yourself, it's bad for you, right? I just don't do it anymore. Same. You know, it was 70s and 80s, eh? You know, dancing the night away. Ah, beautiful girls. I was a womanizer. Then I got married. And I realized that would not be healthy for me anymore. You know, all I hear is these 2 words in the background. Elena Bobbitt. Elena Bobbitt. Keeps you straight. Diabetes. Gout. Cancer, stroke, heart disease. Like, I mean, what motivates you? Like, something's got to motivate you to do it right. Stop doing what's bad. Even your toast, all that's A.G.E.S. That's all A.G.E.S. Right? But here's the good news. When you're grilling that steak, if you use dry rubs, you dramatically lower the A.G.E.S. No wet rubs. All that sugar and stuff, it gets exposed to the fire. You mix the sugar with the fat, and what do we call that in candy making? Caramel. Yeah, it's death, man. It's A.G.E.S. Do I like caramel? Yeah, what's not to like? Like, I like hard caramel. We call it peanut brittle. One of my favorite Joneses, hey? I get it. It will kill you. Okay, it's not good for you. All right, it's not good for you. And it starts accumulating in your joints, and then what happens is your body starts eating itself. Because evidently your white blood cells like sugar too. And they're like, sweet caramel. Oh, sorry about the elbow cartilage. You know? Collateral damage. All right, here's the thing if you didn't know it. Those spices over there in that cabinet, that came about because as I was doing all the science on this stuff, my wife was like going, oh my God, what did you read now? You know, all right, we got to stop doing this. What? Oh, come on, really? I'm like, we need your help. Have you read the back of your spice jar, like all the crap that's in it? Like her lemon pepper is lemon and pepper. That's it. Her lemon rosemary pepper is lemon, pepper, rosemary. You buy the Schillings or the McCormick's, and it's 500,000 different biochemistry experiments and lemon, pepper, and or artificial lemon flavoring. Like whatever the heck that is, right? Okay, so that's why this stuff is out. Buy the best stuff. There's 3 things I think you should never scrimp on. Your bed, your shoes, and your food. Never scrimp on those. You spend a third of your life in your bed. Don't go cheap. When it's wearing out, get rid of it. It's supposed to last longer than 5 years. Get over yourself. Buy a new one. Well, you spend a third of your life there. People spend like a gajillion dollars on their car, and you spend what, maybe 10% of your life there? And then they go cheap on their shoes and their mattress and their food. I'm like, that makes no sense at all. Like, that's just crazy talk, right? Have I done it? Yeah, I've done it. Absolutely, I get it. Make sure you take care of the structure. Look at all this nerve integration into your digestive system. If you have damage to your spine and your spinal nerves, is this going to work as good as it should?
No.
So even if you put the best ingredients in, but you're subluxated, are you going to get the best results out? Nope. Look, this should be a staple. It's like brushing and flossing. You should see your chiropractor on a regular basis from birth to death. Everybody in your family. Well, they don't have any problems yet. Well, how do you know? I know my body. Really? What's your cholesterol right this moment? If I took a blood test, let's see how close you are. We don't know our bodies. God was merciful. We're purposefully unconscious of 99% of what our body is doing. Thank God, we'd be neurotic otherwise. Like if we had to think, I lose my car keys on a regular basis, man. I set my wallets, and where's my wallet? You know? Can you imagine if I had to figure out how much hydrochloric acid to produce after a steak meal? I'd already be dead. But your innate intelligence knows, but it needs your nerve system to be able to do that. Your brain-gut connection, this is a big thing in science right now. This is a big thing. If you watch TED Talks and stuff like that, where it's kind of the cutting-edge scientists are talking, not the Fauci's of the world, that are selling you some agenda or some product, you go on there and they're saying this is a huge deal, and what they're really saying is that microbiota thing, that microbiota, this bacteria that's on you and in you is good for you, so long as it's not the wrong type. But how do you get the right type in? You have to feed it the right stuff, and you have to give it the right environment. If you feed it too much of the wrong stuff, then only the pathological bacteria flourish and all the good guys leave. And so people go, well, I changed my diet, I'm not fixed yet. I'm like, it's going to take a while, eh? We got to starve out the enemy and then get enough territory back that the good guys can win. Does that make sense? So please know that. Here's the reason why I put this picture. This actually came out of a medical journal, and what they were talking about is how SSRIs screw this up. Who would have thought? So if the SSRIs, to balance your brain chemistry that's got you behaving in a way that you're feeling the way that you don't want to, you take the SSRI and it screws this up more, what's happening to you now? Oh, you're a lifetime customer, eh?
Yeah.
No, I don't think they did it on purpose. I don't believe that. Maybe they did. I don't believe they did. I just think it's, you screw with Mother Nature, eh? It's not gonna be nice for very long. So we're going to do our 21-day purification program. I want to emphasize this isn't just a cleansed diet, right? It's a structured program that brings healthy lifestyle habits into focus, and we're going to add some personal support and tips. We use the standard process products because they're whole foods. And I like the company. Everything's organic. You can literally go to their farm. Everything they sell, they grew there, right? And you can go to the farm. Anyone can go. You don't even have to have an appointment. Just show up and they'll take you on a tour. If you're ever in Wisconsin, go check it out. All right. So please understand, what I want for my patients and their families and their friends is that 9 weeks out of 52, we're focused. 9 weeks out of 52, we're focused. Right? And we're going to do that structured. We're going to do it in times that are most accessible to most people. So this one will end just before Thanksgiving. Trying to talk Rachel out of retirement. We want to do a recipe night at the end of it where everyone brings healthy versions of the foods they're going to serve for the holidays. So that you can see that you can still have all the traditional stuff, still have an amazing meal, and up your game on the health index. Right? We're taking all these wonderful things like yams, and then we're soaking them in brown sugar butter and covering them with torched marshmallows. Kind of thinking that's not the right way. We just took something really great and turned it into like something absolutely horrible. Right? So we'd love you to make this a priority. And we'd love you to get the rest of your crew involved in it, okay? So we're going to do it anyway, but we'd love to do that. And what I'm tossing around is whether or not I want to do those kind of web style or I prefer live. I personally prefer live. For most people, evidently, we had 3 times this many signed up and they didn't show up. Maybe the web things, maybe we'll film it anyway, even if we do it live. I'm not sure yet. So give my team your feedback on that. What you think would be best, not just for yourself, but some of the people you go, man, they need to do this, right? Anybody know somebody that they're already thinking, man, they need to do this, right? It's like my entire freaking practice, and they don't do it. They all say the same thing. You guys probably did too when I met you, or Dr. Castron met you. It's like, well, I really don't want to like get into some program. All I'm looking for is, help me with this and then teach me things that I can do on my own. Anybody say some version of that? If not audibly, at least in your head. Right? Most people are like, yeah, I want to learn how to do better on my own. How do you learn to do better on your own? Do it in a group first. Do it in a group first. All right? That, ladies and gentlemen, is that. Was there anything useful today for you? Any ahas? Can you see how with just some relatively basic changes that you could probably profoundly turn around some of your current health challenges or the health challenges of someone that's close to you? Okay? That was my goal. So if I succeeded in that, then this was a good time together.